Good evening, viewers. This is the Monday Night Live. This is the updates for the beginning of the week. I hope you had a relaxing weekend and a productive Monday. Now, the first update is Prime Minister Narendra Modi has actually hinted at a coronavirus like situation that is going to come in. Now, this is very startling for the Prime Minister of the largest democracy, the largest country in the world, to actually hint at another pandemic, and that is not just the Hantavirus, which probably two crew members of Indian origin also have contracted. But when their ship was actually, sold in Spain. But this is not the main issue. The main issue is that he has advised people not to buy a lot of gold, a lot of petrol, diesel. He's asked people to go down on their energy consumption needs. This is actually something worth decoding. Now, understand that our forex is dependent on, the prices of crude, the prices of gold, and you know this situation is only going to make it harder. The whole Iran and US war situation, jumping in there, Trump has discarded whatever peace deal Iran went along with. I mean, see, you've got to understand, US waged a war based on vibes, based on a country which was just filling its ears, and that's the vision of the great Israel. And there is also speculation of basically the Epstein files being used as a leverage to get Trump to wage a war with Iran. Now, Iran lost their supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. It still, gives a lot of goosebumps. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed, was bombed. His wife died. Moshtaba Khamenei is in a vegetative state, as a lot of reports, but he's mentally sharp, and that's how he is able to run Iran. It's sad that the president and the foreign minister are also having a power tiff, but the foreign minister of Iran is set to arrive in India for BRICS. That is one update from the war. Amid the war, he is planning to travel. Another very explosive piece of information from the international circles is that Pakistan, Asif Murir, the field marshal, has been exposed. He got a promotion after Operation Sindoor, but he was the one begging the US to actually stop the war with India. There were reports of him hiding in a bunker. There are visuals of him showing rare earths like a salesman, while Shehbaz Sharif, the actual talker, the prime minister, just, standing with his hands behind his back. So Ansim Munir has actually shot himself in the foot now, because the way he was thumping his chest, the way he was trying to lead politics, and today he's been exposed. Coming back to India, we've just gone through a very, very high octane election. We've got the swearing in of the two most anticipated states and their leaders, Shubhendu Adhikari. A very clear cut choice, but still there was room for doubt because BJP has always been, very uncanny with its choices, from Bhajan Lal Sharma in Rajasthan to Mr. Mohan, the CM of Madhya Pradesh, to actually Rekha Gupta in Delhi, somebody who bet Arvind Kejriwal, Parvesh Sahib Singh Verma from the New Delhi seat. He is the deputy CM and the PWD minister. Madam Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was a helicopter entry. I mean, she contested the elections. She won from her seat, but nobody expected her to actually be the chief minister. Now, there were talks of, somebody like a Shamik Bhattacharya, who is very much more, suffer with the others. But I mean, that doesn't really go with the kind of messaging that the BJP had in Bengal. Another update that I have is that people have been asked to not try to enter the BJP, or not try to broker deals of, leaders from Congress, TMC, or other parties trying to jump ship for the next 1 year. Now that's big. That's actually big because BJP has become a TCS of sorts for people like Raghav Chadha. And though I don't really comment on the kind of politics that is happening, and the kind of jumping ship that happens, because that happens a lot in media as well. You've got some anchors and some editors, leading a channel one day and hopping to the other one the next, which is completely fine. It's completely okay to I mean, there was a joke going on in the industry. If I talk about just the media, everybody was jumping ship to NDTV, because Adani had acquired it, and Rahul Kaval was entrusted with the CEO ship, and he had left a stellar career at India Today of 20 years, 20 plus years, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I mean, the truth here is that jumping ship in a career, when politics is not service, it's a career. People make money out of it. They get salaries out of it, which is why we can ask why the legislative or the executive, the parliament, it goes into silence, or the chaos, and then hours and hours of time is wasted. Thousands and millions of rupees are wasted, which are invested in just one day of the election, sorry, the sitting of the parliament to pass important bills. So yeah, I mean, the BJP has closed its doors to some of the TMC leaders who were very brash, and it's like everyone, be it Congress, be it other parties, nobody can enter the BJP. It's not porous anymore. It's probably walled, like the kind of border that they are also proposing. And of course, the fast action has also started in that direction under the new CM Shivendu Adhikari. uh, Tamil Nadu, let's go down south. Vijay Thalapathy has taken oath as the chief minister after a lot of ups and downs. You've got to understand that he was 10 short of the numbers. The governor, clearly a BJP person, because BJP is in power, uh, tried to delay, tried asking him to get more numbers, or probably the right numbers. So, I'm sorry, viewers, I'm just not keeping well for a bit now. But I really wanted to do this bulletin because news is important. We'll keep this short. We don't have any guests tonight because, of course, it's a Monday night. We understand Tuesday is the new Monday and people are getting into the groove of things. But the truth here is that the BJP wants to fulfill its promises of hardline politics and taking revenge out of the leaders who were in a way throwing attacks from ED raids to other aspects. Interestingly, Suvendu Adhikari's PA was killed, as many BJP supporters have also been threatening TMC supporters. The biggest example being Niranjan Das of the All India Trinamool Congress. Their spokesperson apologized to Suvendu Adhikari, was posting left, right, and center in praise, and he was expelled. He was removed from his position. And many leaders have come in from the TMC and talked about how Mamata Banerjee ran a one-man show, did not really focus on the cadre, did not really, pay attention to something beyond the cabinet, which was their own party and, their own politics. And now that she has the time, he advised her to, go to the ground and do some work. So, viewers, we've got the rupee depleting internationally because the Prime Minister has talked about us not buying it. People were waiting for elections for such a move to come in. Of course, after the prime minister's, announcement, there was panic, and the ministries have come in, the defense ministry, the external affairs ministry, and said that it's fine, like the situation is under control. But that's something that you and I have to observe if it is actually out of in control or out of control. And there was a controversy about the chief minister Vijay Thalapathy taking oath and then starting into a speech. He got the numbers from Congress and a couple of three others, probably the leaders of independent parties, the smaller coalitions. They have all broken up from the DMK, which is something that the opposition is really condemning of Rahul Gandhi. Now, let me just tell you something very explosive. And pardon me if this does not really match the kind of version that you know, or probably if it's not verified, but this is a conspiracy theory which I have come across. If you've heard the parliament speeches, Priyanka Gandhi has been talking about praising Amit Shah. She's been captured giggling with Rajnath Singh and Nitin Gadkari, the union ministers of the BJP government and stalwart leaders of the Bhajapa, having tea with them. So, is there a possibility that Priyanka Gandhi brokered a deal between her brother and the Prime Minister of India to actually have a seat or a vote sharing kind of a mechanism unofficially, where the South, Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu be in Congress's control, and the North, even Rahul Gandhi came in to criticize Mamata Banerjee, and that can be a cause of the vote cutting. So only time will tell how far this kind of a oligopoly is going to work, because if it does, then I think Congress will get the resources to jump to a level where they can at least fight like David in front of the Goliaths that BJP has become. So viewers, that is all for tonight, for the bulletin tonight. I hope I kept it short and sweet. And one another thing that I want to talk about is, you know um the Kailashal's case has taken a murky turn, where I was summoned to court for a defamation which I filed on the Kailashals Association president for just asking the right questions. I asked the right questions and I was called to court. I am expecting at this point, there's a lot of body changes I'm going through, but I would really like to thank Madam Judge of my case for actually taking cognizance and, giving us the time to actually reflect and retaliate, because this was not our plan. Had it been, we would have filed the case first, but this case is a vendetta for Rajiv Nagpal for basically hogging the limelight and the brownie points. They actually had to apologize for circulating videos about the girl without knowing her, talking about her habits when they really did not know anything about her. And the family was flabbergasted. They sought apology. So, of course, yes, my last humble submission before I end this live is, you might be tired, you might be hopeless, you might be doubting yourself, but do not give up just because somebody cannot see you shine. So it's completely fine. I mean, if you choose your own path, and if you do not care about, you know, how people are treating you, just ask the right questions and always have a curious mind. Just hold the torch to power. That is your responsibility, your duty, not just your right. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.